Okay, back. What did we say? We trade the third move. JT says first. One, two, three. Second. Ooh. $512 lots for sale. Up at $32.50. All right. In and out. Abdul Kudos Zirwal. Thank you, my friend. 16. Ah, too slow. Hmm. Shoop. Back up. 24, 21, 23. Man, what sucked is I got my 16s. Balance. 88s. Oh, threes. 92, 96, 03s holding. 88s. Hmm. Too slow. 87, 88. Ah, stopped. Halfway up, pull back, halfway back down, bounce. Volume node filling in. Breakout zone, 81, 82. 50% of move, top to bottom here. Stops, bound below here already. Pull back. Still dragging down. Double balance. 76. Breakout zone, even a little lower. Volatility. Shorts on the ropes here. Pal says, would react appropriately. All right, big balance. Watching order flow. Dom, let's go. Downside. Easy peasy. Rack them up. Liquidity down to the downside. 2570 at 80. New news flowing in. Big rally off that Moderna study. Blah, 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 blah. Didn't do anything. Market just blurbed on it. All right. Breakout zone from flag. Bounce. Perfect bounce. Here. Hmm. There. Very nice. Don't want to be long anymore. Short-term structure says up, higher lows, should be higher highs, should find stops. Into short-term BBWC at 07s, 0750. 0750, does it have any liquidity there yet? No, it does not. We have 90s, let's see. Oh, failure there. Higher time frame, still a 5-minute. Already found liquidity upside. Yeah, we'll see. Market's starting to digest most of what Powell was saying. It's 11:56. Most of initial moves, volatility, are over. Market looking to settle in and trade directionally here soon. I have no idea what you're talking about, JT. None at all. So, we won't address it for now, but maybe later. What's up, Donnie? What's up, Joseph? That little line from earlier was just right there. Isn't that interesting? All right, you get to see on this 5-minute chart how that little line from earlier became support at this zone. You see that? You look at the interplay. Fantastic stuff. All right, so we got our 76s. Right near the bottom here, shorts trapped, coming back up, longs trapped at 86. We get above there, come back, make a neckline here, then we have a potential anti, fake out, change of trend above 97.50. I think it's possible on a slightly higher time frame. We've got a sharp trend going here on low time frames. I think it's very possible. Big buyer here, also big seller to take it down short term. I think they're done. They've gotten compensation. It's now the turn of the seller to get slammed and all the people who weren't quick enough. So likely some upside here. Let's see. This is short-term resistance, but I think we're going to punish the opposite way here. We'll see. Market starting to digest. Oh, Joseph, thank you, buddy. Oh, JT, don't worry about it on a day like today. As long as you played small, just chalk it up to learning. And thanks for being honest, buddy. Um, I wanted to short down there, but I followed my rules, which today happened to be, don't screw around with first, second moves. So, and when I say first, second moves, I'm talking about big moves, right? Big move up, big move down, big move up. So now we're in the third move, potentially. This is about where the market's going to settle in. All right, here's that move that we're talking about. Stops found above 97.50 into resistance at 0809. Okay. Big ticks plus 3,000. I missed it. It's possible. Heh, that's a hell of a pullback. We will see. Also a better spot right here. Yeah, about there. Oh eight, oh nines, and 12s. Yeah, digestion. We'll see. Ugh, another one. Gotta be wrong into here. '93s. That sucks. Yeah, well. Yeah, wrong on that one. 'Cause I know I lost money on that trade, but I don't know how much. I'm not really paying attention at all. Man. All right, little stops there. Nope, still going. Ah, another one wrong. That sucks. Sixes. Wow, that fast? Come on. There you go. I don't know, Tony. I'm not sure how it works. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it. Next move. Not much volume up here. That was the rejection up here. All right, let's. Hmm. And now when we go get it, we're going all the way up. All right, balance. Oh, little blurb, news blurb. Let's see. Serves. Hmm. Market's starting to balance here a little bit more. All right, Maginot line here. Stops into this area. So, Original trend direction 09s. Big balance, extension. Nope, that's too close. Ooh, new highs and rejection. Interesting. Long's feeling heat here too, short term. Foomp, straight down. That's still off of this level. Oh, how interesting is that? Yeah, just new highs got everybody trapped out. Foomp. That's a desperation move by short-term players. Maybe. We'll see. Mm-mm. Need more dip to rip. That's what it looks like. Yep. Bunch of stops. Out the other end. Powell. One, two, three. Yeah, there we go. Back up. Need to be entering where I exit. Butching. I'm looking at the P&L on my DOM. I see 69. Sexy. Yep, 69 up there too. Okay. All right. Next level right up here into the 95.75s. So we'll go 95.50. Volatility should get us in right here. I missed it. 10, 10, 10, 70 lots up there. Ah, bummer. Missed it by a tick or so. Hmm. Market deciding. Just went up 50% here against prior leg. Here, here, 50. Decided down short term. Probably that's direction. It was against prior support, became resistance. Flip down. Missed my short op. Could have had runners in here. Bummer. Gonna find stops here. Short term. Here we go. Back up into the buy candle. Let's see. All right, higher time frame, 5 minute. 5 minute looks like this. Some move here may happen pretty soon. We're about 50 line for whole move. So higher, slightly higher time frame. Yeah, there's the retracement. Easily through resistance. Few thousand contracts right there. Rotating them all out. Weak hands getting rotated out. Resistance short term here. This is about 1,000 let's see, 500. It's about 3,000 contracts up in here. Do we see it on the footprint? Yes, we do. Right there. Still rotating out from what support was resistance. They are allowing this oscillation. So if they're allowing this oscillation and they're zipping it back up and down, we actually may make the turn up on the higher time frame chart, 5 minute. Got plenty of time here. So we are at 12:16. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. The more sideways we go, less probability I have for any move. We're in range. We are now chop zoning. Break here, produces upside. Break here, produces downside, gets shorts going. All this. Maybe you play it a few more times profitably, but it's now starting on the scalp side. Unless you're someone like Rayner, who's taking a long position today for 4,000 plus. Your trading, short-term trading, is probably, so we could see the beginnings of balance in here. All right, we see the the short-term volume node building here. We're creating 2 standard deviation bell curve here on our volume profile. That's all we're doing. When this decides it's going to rip up or it's going to rip down, it's going to be big. So you do not want to be adding, or adding. If you're short from, let's say here, you don't want to add, because move may be like this, or move may be really like this. So this is all balance, double balance up here. Even though there's resistance, if you were long, you would be taking off. But then you also have all of this volume, which again, it's all volume based and it's greater than all this. So may come up, may come back, but might just continue. So here's our short-term, very sloppy analysis. Maybe not meant for easy consumption, but that's me doing my best to talk out loud while I look at the charts and try not to explain it in terms that are, oh gosh, take too long. All right. Hey, if you guys like what you're hearing today, please like and subscribe to the video. I just thought of saying that. I hate saying it, but I'm saying it as I'm watching this chart. Because I have no idea if people are watching and not liking. And it does help. You want me to continue streaming? I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine a little bit. I've been doing this a long time, so here I am sharing with you guys in real time. I hope you guys appreciate it. So there's our short term BBWC here. Very short term. But you also have all this balance now. Boy, that is just wicked. 5 minute bar opening with the squeeze bar right now. No selling into the bar. No wick. Squeezy, squeezy! Ah, missed it. That 100 lot filled. He's going to go try to get compensation higher. He filled on the bid on the E-mini here. You guys see it? 100 lots up there. He's going to try and get compensation. See how he's adding, chasing. It's all right. All chasing. It's all right. I'm now chasing. That's okay. We're going to be wrong here. Into 0809. This is now resistance. There you go. 2 left. Come on now. Coming back to 02s. I guess not. Ticks moving against shorts right now. Positive 3,000 NQA mix and nicey NQA mix tick. All those people chasing up there. Poor exits. So get in on their backs a little bit. I don't know if you guys saw the 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 lots. All chasing MBO style. Chasing it all up. Bad traders showing their hands. Thank you very much. More points. We just rack them up here. 678 points. I don't know what I ended the last stream on. I don't know. But we're up a little bit. Trading 3, 4, 5 lots here. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Sorry if I'm not responding to chat. It's because I'm looking at the screens a little bit. Liquidity above us, very little below. This market wants to move upside. Look at these shorters. 12, 11, 10. They're going to get slammed right into this liquidity. Why am I so confident? Well, there you go. Tick, positive 3,000. 195 lot chasing. Take them out. That's a quick scalp. Hey, maybe I have a copy trade account from the micros that trades my E-mini. What? Boom. In and out faster than you guys can blink. You probably didn't even see it on the screen. In on the long side, out. What was that? I don't know what I was at, 683. That was only one contract, guys. Quick. Lightning. Positive 3,000 tick. We're now ripping to the upside. Stops above 16 now, potentially short term. We may digest short term. But shorts now that know they're on the ropes. Why? Because we got all this body up here. Short term, this is another distribution. Might even equal this one short term. But right now, shorts are on the ropes. Just step on it. Step on their throats and keep pushing. Liquidity higher. Right up at 20. That's fine. 25 has a volume node. 20, some short-term liquidity, also 25. That's the breakdown point. That's where you want to get short, not here. Better risk reward for a short. I don't know if the probability is good, but definitely better. Let's see who steps up to the plate short term and chases. We want to see some chasers up here with size, because the size players, they're the dummies sometimes. Well, it depends on context, right? Earlier I said somebody wants to be compensated because of how it came into the book, when it came into the book, at the point it came into the book, and what the price action was showing me on the DOM. Order flow. You're like, you called it right, but I have no effing idea how you did that. Order flow's hard for me to describe without slowing down and doing a whole course on it, in which point I'd rather pay myself unless you guys are all agreeing to pay me today. If you want to pay me for a course, I'll talk about it. Oh, I turned off the AC because I got too cold in my office. I haven't had the sorry. This little chihuahua here, trader, is already distracted by the market. Start talking. There we go. Nailed it. Okay, let's see who's chasing up here. Let's see. Anybody? Anybody chasing? Yep, right there. Missed it. Too short, too quick. Boom. Positive 3,000 tick. Hey, a few more points. Rack them up. Rack them up. Anyway, saying something about the treadmill. The treadmill is out of commission today because dexterity suffers enough to where on a day like today, I need to be precise and quick. Stream Deck is not even fixed. I'm better on a mouse anyway on a day like today. So many years of mouse trading. Big ticks. Again, positive 3,000. Market not going anywhere against it though. News blurb out. Let's see how we react. White House, Biden. Relaxing tariff on Chinese goods. This is positive for Rayner. Positive for your position, my friend. Rayner long from 37.29. Shout out to Rayner. I hope you're still long and crushing, my friend. Crushing. Rayner Blanky. He's in our chat from time to time. Lives in Switzerland. Been trading E-minis 25 years. 28 years. And commodities. Rayner and I talk. Why? Because Rayner knows I'm not bullshitting all of you guys with really ishy, really shitty analysis. This is real trading. So, watching order flow. 106, 50, 20, and 25 lots up here, but we've got somebody refilling. So short-term participants, although they're nervous, it tells you something. Someone's refilling and getting out in profit, but the rest of you fools and somebody else is all still buying because they're so nervous up here. Nervous into highs. That's what's happening. A little bit more size added at 25. Market's going to go for it now. Plus 3,000 ticks. 25 is gone. Let's see. We can put a tight stopper on this one. Nope, we're going to be wrong on this short term. I think, maybe, possibly. Let's see. 25. Do we have somebody stepping up 25 ice? Doesn't look like it yet. 25. Gone. All right, we got our scalp. See that? That was ice. That made me nervous. Being long right from that area, that made me nervous. All right, 721 contracts. Some ice behind the seller there. But profit taking. This, people, is profit taking. So if they're profit taking, they're going to buy back. Let's see if they wait for it. All right. Come to Papa. Back to the scene of the crime. 25s. Defense at 2250. 100 lots. Willing to hit it. And sweep up. Yep, they're going for it. We'll take that loss. There it is. Into liquidity. 530. Reveal up there. Let's see what kind of accumulation occurs underneath the 530. Each bar, I'm so happy for Rayner right now. Each bar represents 500 contracts. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yet that is a 443 lots. It's nothing. They bought a few thousand contracts here, and you guys are all worried about the 553. Don't worry about that guy. More liquidity higher. New highs. Man. Little ice, little active selling up here. Not much. $100 lots up here. Filled. Immediately buying. Flatten that trade. Sucks, but that's what you got to do. I may have flattened out at the top, and that may have been it, but there is a willingness to for someone up here to fill on the bid and immediately market buy. That's defense. So when you recognize it, you could be wrong, or and wrong for a lot, or you can just say, I recognize it, I'm out. Cut it quick. And you lose 20 points. So what? Okay. Little double top, potential range here. That's working. Yep. We'll see. Sell here, trend line here. Oh yeah, we'll get it. Big higher time frame thing going on here. Into the gap we go. Median trend. Oh well, that's still going. Still going a little bit, but there's a higher time frame thing going on here. So we should get it all. Get out of that one. Come on. Come on, scalp it, puppy. Yeah, there you go. Make it back up a little bit. Flow like water. Nope. Poor location. I. Right up there. 39s. Yeah, if we can get out of this one at PE, that'll be okay. Yeah. We had two spots for shorts. We had here, and a better one was here. So I didn't like it. Poor location. I immediately recognized it as poor location. So that's what that was. I did get in there, so it seemed fine, but the better location's up here against that. So that's what I'm flat again. All right, let's go here. What is that, 90, 39? Yeah, 39, something like that. Scene of the crime, back at 32. Big player up there. Let's see if we get defense into 32. They're going to try both ways here a little bit. There's 32. Defense. Couldn't get filled a second one. They're going to sell 30. There they go. So that was 32 defense right there. As we move back through, back up 32, they're defending it. Just keep piling in the points here. You're wrong. Keep going. Oops. All right, wrong there. That's fine. Gotta admit it. 84, another 10 off. That's fine. We'll just do this. We're losing perspective a little bit, and we gotta do this. Oh! I know we have our higher time frame thing going on here. In volatility. One, two, three. Let's go find stops there. Why wouldn't you? I mean, you gotta go find it here. Sucks that I missed that short up there, but you know, it is what it is. Oh, what's happening? All right, can't allow myself to get distracted by chat. Oh, they're gonna go get my stops first? Oh, that's fine. Gotta be wrong somewhere, giving it back. $400 lots. Well, Son of a beeline. I still think we're coming. To the upside, 10 SMA, volume node, bouncy bounce. Let's do it. They got to cover somewhere. Yeah, volume node. Let's go. All right, let's get some perspective here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up here into what, 22 maybe? And the longs fight back. All right. Bummer. Right there. There we go. Hell of a move off that big time frame. Let's go look at the news real quick. Powell ends his news conference. I see. When was that? A while ago. All right. Whew. I am boiling. Turning on the fan. Hopefully you guys don't hear too much background noise. Oh. Hmm. Turn the boat. Oh, the little one. And they're filled. You got to realize if it's 35 MES, it's 3.5 ES. So, whatever. back in a bit. Okay, I'm back. You know what I realized is that it's almost the algo time, which yep, there it is. Hmm. What's the MOC here today? Let's see. 3.5 bill sell side. Yeah. You gotta lighten it up. As much as it sucks. Just not fast enough. Alright. Well, shit happens. Should have been more aware of time. Alright. So that will hold stops underneath here into 74. We'll see. Sorry, the YouTube stream chat is off here. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't even know what time it was at the, to be honest. You know, I got so caught up in what I was doing that I was like, what? Anyway, down here we've got stuff. Ah, it's an interesting spot. Definitely an interesting spot. 3.5 bill to sell. Let's go look at things. 1253. Volume being put in right here. Chop zone. I still think if we lose the downside of this, just looking at, yeah, if we lose a 580 NASDAQ and we lose 81 E-mini short term, we're likely to go visit 75 quickly too. So, it's not bad. What did Helene Meisler say? Last FOMC we had whatever 100-point range, only to have it close on the open. The open is around 70s, mid 70s. Does Helene know? Probably. She's been doing this what, 40 years? Helene knew. Let's see. Ba ba ba. Ba da 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 da. Corey, I'm doing pretty good, man. Well, not fantastic, but you know, okay. It could be better. BBWC is not available yet. The video isn't available yet. Oh, 4 minutes. What happens if we lose this volume node here on the E-mini? Just what happens. I don't know what's going to happen, right? Right now, it's going to act like support for short term. But if we lose it, they're going to be like, well, we'll see. So far, this is resisting. Some buyers stepped up here. Oh, right on, man. Enjoy, Corey. The unchanged point. Oh, here, F9. The unchanged point in the market is down at 70s. There's some liquidity down there, by the way. Down here. My 4-month-old has not taken a nap yet this morning. Afternoon, I guess. My wife says she keeps putting her down and she's just waking up. She's growing up. It's happening too fast. You're only 4 months old. Stay young. Sounds like a good time, Corey. My 4-year-old boy was today saying, Daddy, we need to go to the water park. I'm like, yeah, we do. It's hot. It's hot over here, man. 100 plus degrees Fahrenheit. Really hot. Yeah, just hanging out here. Plus 17. VWAP is down a little lower, 80. A minute left. This is when they get a little bonkers. Someone just paid up at 93 quarters. You see that? Refilling 93s. Someone took it. A little bit of value being someone 93 and a quarter. They keep refilling 225 lots. They paid up. Oh, and they got out right up there. Some. Uh-oh. We see you. Paid up, paid up, paid up. You got out a few points higher. I see you. Time to get punished. Like, what are you saying, Mike? Orderflow. Don't be too big and obvious. There goes the settlement line. Settlemente. Yeah, nothing's really changed. Diro says, will you introduce your kids to trading? I mean, I guess they're introduced already because they see me. But they do whatever they want, man. I don't care what they, you know, they want to be painters or whatever. We all have our own passions. I won't I won't push my 4-year-old into anything. Do what you want to do what makes you happy. I tried to get my wife into trading. She was like, eh. She was like, no thanks. Let's see. Sorry, looking at net capital inflows here. Again, the big trend line for the win though. On the higher time frame. Rejection. Ugh. Right up here. I mean, wow. All that it well, here, let me look at it here. You guys want to know what that where that trend line comes from? Um Let me attempt to show you where it comes from here. Um right here. It's this one right there. So in other words, in this regression channel, you could put a channel line here low. We have rejected on the median for now here on FOMC day and pushed down off that median line. That's where it comes from. It's a much higher time frame thing. And that's what's showing up right here on this footprint chart. Told you I have good levels, guys. Higher time frame. Trade as I say, not as I do, maybe. That's why I'm saying, like, these very big levels that I've had or that I have on my charts, they're very much respected. Um, and I typically don't just share those with everybody all the time. The reason for that, ooh, NASDAQ selling. I put a lot of work in on these things on weekends. Boy, look at this. Really tight. Really tight. Hero says we rip up or rip down. Or sideways. There's always a third option, Diro, which is we have consecutive inside days. And all the option premium market makers, the ones that sold it, win. Oh, you're welcome, Aaron. Yeah, Mike, interesting. Oh. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Anyway, that's what that line is. That daily chart line. Let me look at this here. Go turn off my my Globex on my TPO charts. You notice that this went away. There was a blue background, and now it's back. That's because I'm loading TPO charts. That's all. No food for me today yet. Excuse me. So right now, this is the day. 380 times 5. It's $5 a point. And on the Nasdaq, 371. So whatever that is times 2, right? What, 7, about 755, something like that. 760. Minus, I guess we could say open P&L here of 100. So, whatever. 760 minus 100 minus, let's see, 279, 1,000. I don't know, 1,800 bucks maybe on micros. Whatever. No, I'm chill. I'm super chill, Hari, and that's what it is. And I'm not on a treadmill, so I'm just kind of chilling out, watching. I feel no pressure to entertain or anything. So I'm just chilling, kind of reading chat, waiting for you guys to get me interested in something. Really, um, just watching, looking at multiple charts here. So this is just me mumbling, getting distracted essentially. And I feel very little pressure to perform perfectly in front of people because I know what trading looks like, and it just doesn't bother me. I think it helps that I played sports, and I played a lot of basketball in front of people, blah 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 blah, and I knew that I would have really great days, and then I would have like whatever days where I wasn't so good, and that was just part of the game. So I feel like quote unquote under pressure, um, I'm fine. It's not a big deal. I would probably welcome somebody in the chat. Um, Not any of you that I know, but just some random subscriber that never talks. I'd probably welcome somebody talking shit right now. It'd probably make it more interesting for me. Because then I could go off on a tangent about, oh, you think we always have perfect trades every day, do you? Oh, yeah, nice, Mike. Yeah, Mike, I mean, I identified it as a higher time frame trend line. I just played it wrong. I was buying and getting stopped out on the way down. And I was up around, I don't know exactly, 700 micro points. And now I'm up 370 or whatever it is. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. We have to invite Fat Cat to the room. Does Fat Cat talk ish about me? Or will he just talk? How about this? Someone go tell Fat Cat I'm streaming and go say that TYP says Fat Cat has got it all backwards when it comes to order flow. I know, right, Simsum? Then we could get this chat popping. Somebody bring the cat in. What's his first name? What's his first name? So when he does come in, I'll call him by his first name. It's more personal that way. HC! Yes, Andre. That is the guy. Andre says only a vocabulary of swear words. You know you're going to get him into the room now. You know, that's probably the only reason people like him. No, I'm just kidding. That's jacked up, isn't it? Trying to drum up a little interest at the expense of somebody else. That's not cool. They pop stops away from settlement. Are we headed down below, guys? See that? Uh-oh. They popped the stops. They went, I say they. The market went towards the stops of market participants, and all their stops got hit. They. That's all it is. Whatever. Well, it sucks that I never filled way up here, but whatevs. I hope some of you short-term scalpers are playing the settlement mean reversion trade that we talk about all the time. They're like, what? The settlement mean reversion trade? Yeah. Settlement is the orange line. Post-settlement, scalp to settlement. Any mean reversion, short it. Rayner says it usually goes a little higher. Yeah, you're right. It usually does. Resistance, back to settlement. Oh, support down here. Big volume node. Hey, back to settlement. Meanwhile, you're like, why didn't you take the 100 points there? I'm waiting for a break of this low. Right there. I think that's going to be happening, folks, but we'll see. We will see. And if I'm wrong, oh well. It's only 27 of these mofos. You know, speaking of mouths, sailor mouths, Andre, you don't even know I've got a sailor mouth on me. Just try really hard to make it kid friendly. I know I mentioned that before, but that's the real deal, man. My kid the other day, that was probably a few months ago now, because we've been really trying, because he's going to preschool in the fall. But a few months ago, he's in his room. He's trying to build up something with I don't know, some kind of Lego thing, right? Might have been Mega Blocks or something. I don't know. And he's like, "Fuck it!" Oh, sorry for the language, but he's like, "F it!" Oh, you guys can't see what's happening. I'm on Nasdaq screen, aren't I? Ay ay ay. I suck. But he's like, "F it!" He got frustrated with it. He yells, "F it!" And I'm like, "Well, where did he learn that?" Me. So I was like, he's gonna get in trouble at preschool. Anyway, the settlement trades. Up. Back to set. Oh, here we got to make it yellow. Back to settlement. Got to get away from settlement. Back to settlement. Right? You see how it's working? Get away from settlement. Back to settlement. I think we're gonna go under this low here and find stops. Here's what I think. That's where all the stops are. and you had this big rejection from that median line on the daily. That's higher time frame, so I just think we're gonna go something like that. I know I'm a bad. His dad is a bad influence. I know, dude. Yeah, I mean, Raymond. Here's the thing. I don't. I don't judge anybody for using any kind of language. I actually think that there's nothing inherently wrong with it personally. That's just my personal opinion. Whatever. Um, hold on. Stupid thing. All right, now we're better. Um, there's nothing inherently wrong with bad language, but the problem is that he's going to talk to other people that have a very strong opinion about it, and he's going to offend them. And then I'm not going to look like Father of the Year. Yeah, situational awareness. That's it. Andre done it. No. Mike says, "What was your aha moment learning to trade?" Yes, Andre, I have thought of that. Hold on. Covering out, guys. I don't want to be in a position. There you go. I have no interest in keeping a position. Okay, now we could say 570 and 371. Okay, so you guys realize I thought we were going to take these lows, right? And that's it. Right here, they found those stops. So it's time to just get out a little bit. What ifs? Okay, I'm all here. I'm flat. Do I have any orders outstanding? Cancel, cancel, cancel. So now I'll be more entertaining for you guys. Let's rant. Hold on. Let me set up my. You know what? I'll just stand at the desk. Screw the treadmill. I've got buttons on the front of this desk, this Jarvis standing desk, and button 3 is the standing size. What? Look at us rally. Okay, so Andre, you think that it works out like that. So here's what ends up happening, Andre, when you think you can be relaxed trading, sauntering in and out of the office, is that your children, and you probably know this, is that your children do not run on your schedule. You walk out, something happens. The market moves. You need to drop them and sprint back to your kids, sprint back to the market to trade the way you should trade. Maybe there's a news event. You're like, but you have your stop in. The market's generating information all the time. If I don't look at the market rejecting at the daily median line, I make a lot less money. If I'm swing trading and I see that move and I'm still holding from, say, a reclaim of T plus 2, right? Which is, say, right here, right? We broke below settlement, broke below T2, we reclaimed it. Let's say I got long here on a swing basis. And I'm long from right here. My sell stop is down here. Okay. What am I going to look for? 1R initially, right? But I'm also going to look for more. I mean, this is all hindsight trading here to the max. All right, so you're long from here, the blue line, reclaim of, or recapture of T plus 2. And here's TP1, what, TP2. And I'm walking away from all of this, and I come back and we're down here. Now, first, that assumes I have a big plan around T plus 2, but I've got to play smaller size in this zone and a wider stop because there's more volatility today, as opposed to doing what I was doing, racking up 100 points in, I don't know, 40, 50 minutes, 60 minutes, and then losing a bunch of it, but whatever. Most of the time, I mean, FOMC is just a different beast, okay? Most of the time, so bear with me. What you guys saw today was me scalping quickly around FOMC and volatility, right? Here, 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 right? Taking 3, 2, 3, 4 points, a few points, 6 points, 4 points, 5 points, 4 points, right? In directional moves, where the market's doing this and I'm still playing all of that correctly, and we don't have the big retracement moves like we did in FOMC, most of the time I'm right buying these pullbacks. So today is like a little bit of an outlier because FOMC is just crazy like that. So what do I get to do? I get to turn my edge over repeatedly. But you're like, yeah, but my point is you spend more time with your family. My point is that your family ends up surprising you all the time. And then if I'm connected and I'm walking out, my wife's out there, I'm having a kumbaya moment with my kids. And then my wife's like, I gotta go pee. Can you watch them? I'm like, sure, of course. I'm swing trading because good old Andre said I should swing trade. And I'm like, all of a sudden I get alerts on my phone. Babe, gotta go. What? Do I drop the 4-month-old on my wife on the toilet and run back? And then I still miss it? My 4-year-old's all, Daddy, Daddy, give me a hug before you go in the office. I miss you, Daddy. I miss you. Oh, okay. You know what? That's what he does at. Yeah. That's what he does. When he wakes up in the morning, he's like, he wants to come into the office. We're in a moment. We're in a not a moment, a big moment. We're at a time in our lives where we're trying to train the 4-year-old not to go into the office anymore. Like, do you have a lock? Well, he's just not allowed in. I don't want a lock on the office, but he's just not allowed in. But he's been so used to having access to me, and I allowed it. But high volatility. Pierrick, I would love to go out drinking with you because I have a feeling Pierrick would just be a great drinking buddy. Yeah, you're right. Could definitely last or cause a high volatility wife. Anyway, it's just a whole thing, man. Believe me, I've tried to do it a bunch of different ways, and how I do it right now currently is wake up at between 5:30 a.m. my time and 5:45, and make coffee. Hope my kid doesn't wake up for my wife's sake. If he does, he wants to be involved in the espresso making, and he's too tired because he goes to bed around 8:45 to 9:15 p.m. which is about when I try to go to bed. But if I go to bed at 9 p.m., the next night I'm up till 11 or 12, so midnight, and I still have to be up early. It just I should have been born on a world with a 26-hour day. That's just how I'm made. I need a little less sleep when I get a lot of it. I can't go to sleep the next night, right? I just need less. So you're like, oh, I try to go to sleep at 10. It's a little tough because then I want to stay up and keep my brain active. So I'm better off trying to go to sleep at 9 p.m. So I just keep, it's like it's the never ending. I'm always aiming for it. My brother is the exact same way. We both kind of struggle to sleep at night. It's just a thing. Anyway, so the optimal setup is for me to have him not wake up in the morning when I'm grinding, doing my espresso grinding and making it, and all that stuff. Half the time he doesn't wake up, but when he does, I'm like, no, sorry, Ben. He's like, Daddy, I need you. Come lay down with me, please. I'm like, no, you got to go with Mama. Mama might wake up. Mama's got Sophie. I'm like, well, that's okay. She'll be fine with that. My wife is not an irritable person. She's great. She's awesome. But my kid's like, I don't want my little 4-month-old sister waking up. He's going to spoil my sleep. So it's his whole thing, right? So I send him into the master. Our master bedroom door, he always makes too much noise when he opens it. Boom, the 4-month-old wakes up. My wife then looks at the world cross-eyed like, dang it, we were sleeping so deeply. She doesn't blame me. She doesn't. She's a wonderful person. But I blame myself sometimes, and then I feel like crap. Anyway, I head into the office, and I do my thing. I prep. I look at how the market's traded overnight, put levels all over my charts, support resistance for the open. I plan out a bunch of different scenarios, right? And that's the thing I was talking about. I don't know, over the weekend. I was like, if you guys want me to share these levels and pay me a small amount, I will. But I need to have enough people to make it worth my time. Right? A few people have contacted me and said, "Hey, I'm interested," but it's got to be kind of like a bunch of people or nothing, because I'm not going to do it for a small amount and share it with only 2 or 3 people. It's just not worth it to me then. Andre in an email says, "Hey, dude, you already do all this prep. I do already do all this prep, but it's just one more thing, right? And then, if people pay you for a really good trade plan or levels and stuff, then it turns into, they want a little more. You got to stay on top of it. And so if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it for a greater number of people. And that's the only way I'll do it. So anyway, that's what I was talking about this weekend, right? If you guys want me to do it, great. If not, well, whatever. That's fine too. Um, so, and then I do my trade plan and I trade. I trade for the morning, and then I hear my family wake up my time around 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. I hear my little girl squeaking, and typically I walk out, have breakfast, or have a second cup of espresso, and I come back, and because of that second cup of espresso, I typically get a little second run where I feel good. I trade the counter trend moves off the open, or depending on whatever's happening. I trade a little more, and then I go, all right, I've been up for 4 or 5 hours. I've either done well or I haven't done well. And do I want to go on YouTube and sit on my hands and trade micros and talk about the market? Or would I rather spend time with family? So, Andre, to address what you're saying, my best bet for more family time is to not be on YouTube at all anymore. That's my best bet. And that's partly why I got rid of the Discord. It's because the Discord, I hear other people's voice. The chat's real time. They get to share their drawings with me. They get to share their screens with me. And so, to be honest, 100% transparency, I get sucked right back in because I'm a curious boy. I'm curious George. I'm that little monkey that's like, you tinker in the market, I want to tinker with you. And I just, look at this settlement return, guys. I just cannot help myself, right? Trading is my heroin. It's my drug at times. So I'm getting better. I am. Um, when I shut down the Discord, Ticino Trader emailed me and said, Mike, you're doing a good thing for you and your family. And he's right. It was the best thing I ever did in terms of the last year. Because 2-3 hours a day of a different type, it was just too tough. So yeah, Mike, I could see that with you, man. And it's good. That's a good thing. Anyway, back to settlement. Here's the settlement mean reversion trade, guys. Like, dude, you should have taken a long. Yeah, I guess so. I'm also talking. Anyway, back to settlement. How many times have you guys seen this settlement how many of the people watching right now? I don't know, we got 20 people. How many of you have seen settlement mean reversions now 4 or more times? Well, on my channel. Anybody? See if you guys are still awake. Yeah. Yep. Okay, cool. Oh, first time. Interesting. 4 or more times. So first time for Mike, because Mike's doing his own thing. Ah, 2 times. Yeah. Every single post settlement for the last week, the settlement mean reversion trades happened. And I've been telling you guys what typically happens is the distance that it moves to the upside, it mean reverts on the opposite side about that distance and then comes back. So we got that. And we got it, well, now that's just a dummy rule. There's always context in the market. And you guys knew I held this short on these micros underneath the low because I thought they were hunting liquidity, right? So that's why I was getting out in here. Let's see. Can we turn it on and show what I did? Let's see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's ugly here because I held this and I shorted here and then I added up here and then I got out here. And how long did I hold this position where it was whatever? But anyway, covered. It kept bouncing. I kept having to cover out. Anyway, but I tried to get out of most of it right here. They're like, why couldn't you just take the... I didn't know if it was going to keep going, so just slowly get out of it. You know, what if it kept going, guys? And then I could get out for, I don't know, plus 250, 300. So it would have been much better. But anyway, the short-term reversion both ways worked, which is this back to settlement. It even bounced, so you didn't know. And then when it came back to here, that same distance, right? You can see, think of this as like a Bollinger Band, right? Same idea, right? It's like a moving average. It's volume weighted average price of the last 30 seconds from here to here. So here it is, right? There's the VWAP. Is that big old... Wait, I'm on the right screen? Yeah, okay. That's that big old orange line extending out, right? So it prints in real time. That's what's useful, because you know by the time it closes up here, that settlement's down here. So you see all these aggressive traders going, yeah, let's sell it back. Why? Because it's just VWAP. Does VWAP work? Sure. Volume weighted average price. VWAP works all the time. It's not something magical. It's where volume is weighted to over time. And it's over the 30 seconds of time right here with that background here to here. And so settlement's the highest concentration of volume all day long typically. So because of that, it acts, it's short, it is, settlement is literally defined as VWAP of the last 30 seconds of regular trading hours. That's literally what settlement is, guys. That's what it is. It's literally that. Little impetus here. They're buying it again. Oh boy. And now this is resistance. Watch this come back. Watch. Maybe to here. All right. See if it comes back to here. Over a few bars. So now you got shorts trapped here. It's true. Watch. Anyway, settlement is literally VWAP of the last 30 seconds. And so the play is to short back to settlement on, an expand or a tightening range with resistive levels prior to settlement that are going to have trap traders. And then this, you guys, I keep repeating the same stuff every day, but it's going to sink in for a lot of you guys. I guarantee it. It's going to sink in. And when you're all rich, remember me. Throw me a bone when you're all rich in the future, because I taught you how to trade correctly. I'm telling you, this stuff does work. So, or just stop by and say hi and say, hey, Mike, remember when I didn't know anything? Well, I've been using your techniques and they're working now, and I just want to let you know here from my house in the Mediterranean that I'm living the good life now. And I'll say, hell yeah, brother. Happy to hear that. Can I come visit with my family? Anyway, there's the pullback off resistance. See? Volume bars, they're important. Oh, yeah, you guys. Markets are not. I'm still wrong all the time with trading, but you see the same patterns every day. So the more you trade with edge, the more you're going to make money over the long haul, guys. That's just how it is. You're like, you arrogant SOB. No. That's not it. I am humbled by the markets all the time, but I'm just saying these things are not. It is, for some of you, rocket science because you maybe haven't heard this method of trading. You're like, I'm all about that whatever method. It's just blind and simple, right? I put my moving averages on and I buy here and then the crossover happens here and I sell there, and you don't really know the story of trap traders. I get that. Not everybody's like this. Wants to talk about the story of trap traders. Story time. But anyway, the play was return to the local VWAP. Shoop. Could you make money getting long right here and shorting the distance from here to here and here to here? Yes, you could have. And just returning to settlement. Now you could even say these are the lows, right? You see how I could just use, okay, you guys know I say over and over, I get out before true resistance, the top of the move, and I get in before the very bottom of the move, but I'm dang close to the bottom a lot of times. So I'm scaled in. And I'm scaling out here. Am I catching here and trying to sell exact settlement? No, absolutely not. I look at the low. I'm looking at the most conservative way to get me out with a 1R trade. So am I trying to get in, say here, which is about that distance from settlement, yeah. It's about that distance. It's not going to be perfect every time. So am I trying to get in here? And so here's resistance. I make it a zone. So, all right. If my take profit is here into resistance, and it's a zone of take profit, can I have from my entry, my entry is here. If I say my take profit is into or before resistance right here, can I put a 1R stop on it and feel comfortable with that? Most of the time I can. And if I'm scaling in at the about equal distance and my stop is 1R and I'm buying here, 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 and my stops are here, 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 right? And price comes into most of them, and it even gets me out of this one. Boop, that one gets triggered. But then it does what it's supposed to do, and it gets me out into my zone. Do I still make money? Nod your head. Yes, I do. What's my win rate here? I'm long 1, 2, 3, 4. One stopped out. It's a 75%. You're like, but that seems so perfect, Mike. Just when you practice this over and over and over, that is a 75% win rate at 1R, because you're risking 1 to make 1. Now, can you get the same setup for 1.25 Rs if your skills are better? In other words, you're more patient. Get rid of this. You measure this exact distance here, right? Here to here. And you go, the exact distance is right here. So you scale in, you get in, you're like, this is all hindsight trading. No, it's not. This is a setup we talk about pretty often, or I have, and I've used often, right? Look at us returning to settlement here, right? Off of resistance. I said it's probably going to come to here, but now it's coming all the way back to settlement. Whatever. Anyway, all right. So if you got in and you were more patient, let's delete this again. All right. So here, distance from here to here, exactly, right? The exact distance right here, right? That's exact. And so you're tightening up your entry. You're saying the exact distance, I'm going to try look for 0 MAE based on this theory of exact distance. Okay, you're going here and here, and your stop is, so you're saying your target is potentially t plus 1 right up here, but you look left and you say, but there's resistance, right? There's these lows that cracked, and I want to be out before these lows. Okay, right. See where price went in and found those stops right at those lows. But can you get out at that tick? No. Some algo is going to front run you, right? Your liquidity on the book. If it goes up to here, you just simply hit the bid to get out. You don't compete with algos. You hit the bid to get out. I'm detailing the whole freaking trade for you guys. You guys don't know what you're getting. You have no idea. Some of you know, but most of you don't have no idea. All right. Sorry, I'm not trying to insult you all, but I'm just saying you guys are getting a lot here. Okay, so if you determine first what your exit's going to be. Now, I do this in a split second when I'm trading, but I'm slowing it all down and talking about every step so that you guys can replicate it, okay? So if you determine your exit is going to be here on the yellow line here, before resistance, because you're picky about this distance, right? And now your exit is the yellow line, your entry is here. Now, if your stop is, say, 3 points or something, like that, remember you're getting it on this first tap down. So 89, 86, are you getting better than 1R? In other words, if you're entering here, are you getting one? Yeah, you're getting 1.15 to 2. 1.15 to, I'm sorry, 1.2 Rs is what you're getting. I don't mean to say 2 Rs, right? You're getting 1.15 to 1.2 Rs to get out up here. By being, this is important, picky. By being picky here. Does that mean when you get this trade to here, that's equal distance from VWAP or settlement, that you're not going to get it as much? Nod your head. You're not going to get it as much. Why? Because you're competing for a better entry, and therefore the probabilities of you getting a better entry are now also going down on this setup. It's just the way the market works. So the pickier you are, the lower the less amount of time you're going to get an entry, the less trades you're going to have, the better your risk reward is going to be. Typically, as you slide the scale from better entry, you slide your scale towards better entry, like you have a little sliding scale button thing. And on the right side, you're looking at it. On the right side is better entry, and on the left side is poor entry. As you slide that little equalizer button to better entry, right, your probability of getting that entry as a percentage up on your screen goes down. So now you have less setups. So it's what Andre was talking about a little bit before. Is like, Mike, have you considered with your levels swing trading just a few times per day for various reasons, right? Family, blah blah blah, just lower stress, less right? All of that stuff. And that's what ends up happening is that I turn over my edge less for being more picky, and then I miss them. And now all of a sudden there's days where I'm not getting my entry for the risk reward that I want. And now I'm sitting on my hands even more of the time. But guess what? We're all still big cats. So now I'm just sitting on my hands more, and I'm bored. And I've got to find shade, and I'm hoping for the next gazelle to come. And that has its own set of problems, because now what? I'm a full-time trader who's not trading, right? You're like, well, it's just got to work out for you. You're right. Just kind of have to work out for me. But, sometimes in the African savanna, sometimes there's water everywhere and it's abundant, and other times there's a drought. And the markets are the same way. The markets will give you opportunity to feed at times, and you'll have all these little prey running, all the baby wildebeests are running by you, and half of them are injured because they just had to, get across some big river and crocs didn't catch all of them, but it maimed a lot of them, right? And so you're a leopard and you're like, I got a lot of little baby wool. Well, man, you better, it's feast or famine. You better start snatching those little things and eating them up because the rivers aren't swollen like that all the time. Sometimes those rivers, they go down and the wildebeests are too fast for the crocs and they don't get maimed. So again, it's feast or famine. So volatility, I can turn over my edge. Feast. Feast. Right? It's opportunity cost as well. So you got to factor that in. Man, if trading was just the same all the time, number one, I'd probably get bored of it. But number two, if trading was the same all the time, there would be less edge in it. Why? Because the net aggregate of market participants would figure it out, and the markets would have less and less and less and less edge. All right, that's why volatility, crypto, all these things, where people are essentially trading a lot of these things for the first time, they're so wonderful because they provide movement and opportunity, and it allows for people who are the hunter, right, who understand the market. It allows for predators to come into the market and prey on the weak. But if the markets are all consistent and everybody's kind of figured it out, well, then you're not going to have lopsided victories. And lopsided victories produce movement, which is what I want. Yeah, Mike, I would like more activity. Um, I think everybody likes instant, or most people naturally want gratification to occur with less time elapsed. I think that's most people, naturally. But then there are some people who understand that life is a little more complex and there's also gratification, there's also joy that comes from the grind, right? I like to run. Do I always want to run 150K? Do I always want to run a 50K race? No. Your toenails fall off, your joints hurt for weeks. It's a whole thing. Do I always want to be trying to be Usain Bolt? No, I don't. A little mixture? Yeah, that's good. Am I maybe now see this is where what kind of trader are you? Right? Are you a high frequency trader? I don't want to use that term too much because it's people associated with HFT, high frequency trading. But are you the kind of person that has a really active mind that likes to keep turning over edge? And are you bored? Right? So it's the same thing with chess. Some people are great at speed chess, right? Nakamura is great at speed chess. I don't think he'll ever beat, and he can beat Magnus Carlsen at speed chess. I don't think that he's ever beaten him in a long game. Maybe he has, but two different kinds of things, right? Nakamura is awesome at speed chess. He's just amazing. And his strength there, even though Magnus is the best player in the world, his strength in speed chess, right? His natural abilities actually help him quite a bit, even the score. So they're both playing chess, same game. So it's the same thing with trading. Pierrick says, play chess on the side online. Yeah. I used to do that when I traded crypto. I would play chess at the same time. Because, you know, for I don't know, a long time, I've stayed connected with people while I trade, but not to the degree I'm doing here and now, right? This is a lot more involved for me. So and it's there's growth that occurs with that. Anyway, look at us come back, equal distance. I hope some of you um, got lucky and took the trade. Back to settlement. Like any trade, by the way, like any trade, the more you zip up, so here's the level, and down through a level, notice if this is time, more time elapses. The more time it takes for price to come through. So, me, and this is where Mike is right, it's like, admit it, you like instant gratification. I'm not hiding it. Yeah, of course. I want to see price move up, make a big move, and as quick as possible make another move down. That's where I like to turn my edge over. And then I like to turn my edge over on the second move as well, into resistance. And after the third move of a consolidation, 1, 2, 3. I maybe want to buy or sell this cover. Maybe I want to buy here and I'm out here. That's it. Y'all can do whatever you want to do from here to here. I don't really want to play anymore. So I'm trying to turn over edge. 1, 2, 3. And then market moves. And I look for edge again. 1, 1, 2, I don't know, 3. Or maybe if this is support, I'll look for this if this is resistance. Right? Anti, short, cover, out again. Maybe that's my next play. I don't know. But I'm looking for little 1, 2, 3 scenarios, as many as I can link back to back to back to back to back all day long. And once I get tired, I'm out. Go to YouTube. Go show you guys some stuff. Anyway, 2 p.m., market's closed. Back on settlement. Settled. Right there. You see this? Back on settlement. Cray cray. HC Meister. Look at my volume chart all day long. What do you think I'm sharing with you guys? BBWC. Support and resistance. Go back and watch the whole video and you'll be like, oh yeah, he keeps talking about don't overcomplicate it. Support and resistance, man. You're like, but what is support and resistance? Go back and watch my videos. Basic support. Oh, my little girl. She's so tired now. I'm going to put her to sleep here. But yeah, I mean, BBWC. That's why it works. Basic support and resistance. HC Meister is like. But explain it to me again. I can't. I'm tired. I'm going to go. So anyway, have a good one, guys. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Nice having you around. Thank you to everyone that paid me for my knowledge. I do. Yeah, LIS. There you go, Mike. Paid me for my knowledge. I appreciate it. Thanks for paying me with your comments, with appreciation, with likes. I appreciate all of that. And I'll be back another day. Hopefully scratch each other's backs again. And Yeah, thanks for. I always appreciate you, Andre. Thank you, man. Have a good one. All right, take care, people.